because her body movements are so fucking awkward. She's this nerdy drama kid. She cannot do stunts. They don't show her running. They don't show her doing any karate stuff because she's a fucking spaz. I just want you to remember this.
What?
Even Scarlett Johansson farts.
Scarlett Johansson farts. Scarlett Johansson farts.
We are doing Black Widow. Now streaming for everyone on
Disney Plus. Starring Scarlett Johansson, who absolutely does not poop.
Scarlett Johansson farts. You know, I thought I was going to hate this. I didn't. I didn't like it.
Oh. Well,
but I didn't hate it. Actually, I shouldn't say that. What's between... What's better than not liking it, but not quite liking it?
Mediocrity?
It was fine. It was fine.
It was fine. Yeah. I went into this kind of excited about it.
Really?
Because I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to watch a much more grounded Marvel movie. You know, something like a James Bond style Marvel film.
Okay.
Because she doesn't have all these crazy superpowers, so it's going to be more realistic fights. We're going to see more espionage and stuff. This could be a really cool thing. Plus, it's not going to be a whole damn movie where you're chasing around a glowy thing. Guess what happens in fucking Black Widow? In like the first 2 minutes of the movie, you are introduced to the glowy thingy.
So let me go through my notes, because I only took like that many of them. Because after the fifth note, I just stopped, because there's no need. We know what this movie is.
It follows the formula of every single Marvel film.
So the family is living in Ohio in 1995.
Right.
I should point out, the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991.
Whoops, maybe do some homework, people.
Asshole 23-year-old UCLA grads, you fucking suck. And you know what I thought? They are really shitty preppers.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be trained professionals. They know this is happening. They don't have a fucking good bag packed away. You know what a good bag is? All preppers have a good bag. A get out of Dodge. So if on a whim you have to get out of Dodge, everybody grabs their good bag and you're gone in less than 30 seconds. These guys are fumbling through the rifle kit, rounds of ammunition falling all over the place.
Yeah.
They don't have anything packed. They're going for photo albums.
You people suck at this.
Didn't you drill this? Aren't you professional soldiers?
Apparently not.
Y'all suck at it. All right.
No.
However,
fortunately, they're in what? Where are they? Ohio? Yeah. So don't worry about it. The police response there is like 30 minutes at least.
So these SHIELD agents show up, or you don't even see the agent. You just see trucks with SHIELD on the side.
Right.
So you're assuming they're SHIELD agents. And once again, they fucking suck. They're fucking stormtroopers.
Yeah.
So the family escapes them very easily, but I will give credit here. It created something that Marvel has not done for me in a long time.
What's that?
It actually created authentic emotion for that family. Like in that 4 or 5 minute opener, I was like, oh wow, I really hope they get away.
Oh.
I'm like, I actually care about what happens to these 4 people.
Yeah.
That has not happened in a Marvel film in a long fucking time.
And again, still in this point, I feel like, oh my gosh, we really are going to see something much more grounded.
Yeah, well, they did away with that real quick. So the girls get taken to the Red Room, and you don't find out what happens to the dad or the mom.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 25 years later, and that's where I stopped taking notes.
Because again, at this point is where we're introduced to the glowy thing. Let's see if we can remember what the hell happens in Black Widow.
So,
at this point,
they're going to make a deal. There was
a bitch fight.
There's a bunch of Black Widows, because There's lots of them, not just one now.
I guess there's always been lots
Yeah.
of them. We just didn't know it because they've been hidden in the shadows.
They're trying to get this formula. It's this glowy box, and it squirts out this gas that breaks the mind control that controls the Black Widows.
Yes, because the Black Widows are all mind controlled.
They're mind controlled.
Chemically.
Yeah. And so the sister gets freed, and she takes the rest of the gas pellets and runs away.
I'm turning the label so they can all see what I'm drinking. We're not sponsored, by the way, but you should drink this because it's delicious.
All of you. I didn't say anything. That's not fair.
Mike's dick is not sponsoring this
is
video,
delicious.
but it's delicious.
This is delicious right here. Delicious for you bitches. Bitches delicious. Delicious bitches.
And much like this, I think it's 12% alcohol.
And it's also as cold as the Rockies.
What the hell happens next?
A bunch of dumb shit happens. They
There's
team
a
up.
glowy thingy.
They find themselves in Budapest. They're reunited. They're going to break Alex out of prison. They reunite with the mom. They're going to take down the Red Room.
And then they do, and then
they
it's
do.
over.
And it's done. Whatever.
We're introduced to, what's his putz, the
Red
the
Guardian.
French, the Red Guardian, who's the Russian version of Captain America. He's Captain Russia, whatever. He's got a shield and a goofy uniform, which he somehow manages to squeeze his fast ad into. Oh my God, I can't speak right.
Fuck.
I've had a lot of tequila, now I'm having this beer.
All right, the point is, you all know the storyline as good as anyone. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
All right. Number one, female power.
Girl power, yeah. I saw that a lot.
I'm not kidding. In this film, holy shit, every competent, capable character is a woman. Every incompetent buffoon is a male. And I mean it, all of them, from the villain to the heroes, everything. The men are completely incapable. It's just a bunch of Homer Simpsons. And the women have to do everything.
That was
they
not,
have to
that
carry
was not
the
my
film.
take. I didn't interpret it like that. I thought it was much more. It was much more girl power, and we're all sisters, and we have to build each other up. Because they're not going to abandon the Black Widows. They're going to go rescue them all. Because they're women, and all women are valuable. That dumb shit.
I think it takes it even farther than that, because you've got these female characters who are unstoppable, unbeatable, unbreakable, but every male character, they're the ones who break down and weep and cry, and they're the ones that can't do anything right, and they stumble on everything, and they're the ones that are always calling for help, and they need help all the time. Even when you're introduced to the final evil villain, he's this idiot dude who can't do anything right.
Because he's a sex offender.
Because he's a sex offender. As all men are.
You're thinking about moving.
Luckily, the women are there to save the day over and over and over again. I have nothing against strong female characters. One of my favorite strong female characters is Ripley from the Aliens, well, specifically Aliens, the second one. And it's fine because the male characters are also very competent. They make smart decisions. They help carry the character along. She has vulnerabilities, and in the end has to overcome these vulnerabilities and face her fears in order to overcome, and so her victory at the end is just that much more triumphant. In this, much like all the current modern films, you just have this incredibly overpowered female character who's as strong as the greatest, like Iron Man, Thor, whatever, and Black Widow. She can do it too.
Except when they're fighting the other Black Widows. When it's our heroines against the Black Widows that are evil,
Yeah, all of a sudden
they suck.
she got her ass kicked for reasons.
When they team up, they become invincible.
Yes.
But when they're fighting against the protagonist, they're stormtroopers.
Well, up to this point, she's just been fighting a bunch of dudes, and they're like, all right, and then she has to fight all the Black Widows. Are they all women? Yes. I don't know what to do. Contact HR.
Let's make it a draw. They escape, but it's close.
Okay, we're good with that.
I made my choice.
The point is, They make her a superhero. They go like this with the dials on the power all the
Yes.
time, not just with her, with everybody. When she's so much stronger than the evil guards in the Snake Eyes masks or the other Black Widows, there's no emotional investment because they're not a serious threat.
I'm not slouching.
No, all of these
She walks through them like a Jedi walks through fucking battle
droids. Yeah, it's just like
They're
nothing. Just,
fodder. So there's no danger, so there's no drama. So why am I watching?
yes.
I tell people my sister moved out west.
They introduced for us Taskmaster. If you're a fan of the comics, you already know who Taskmaster is. He's this dude who has the ability to mimic any superhero that he fights or sees. If he watches them fight, his photogenic memory and muscle recall allows him to actually perform the motions and movements of the people that he can see. A very cool character concept.
He was the German. If there was a Captain Germany, it would be him.
Right.
But their serum didn't make him a study. It made him like mentally
Super
just
smart.
super. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I thought he was a really cool character. They brought him out here.
They're manipulated.
Man, they played him dirty. I mean, he's this really minor villain in the comics. Nobody's favorite character is Taskmaster. I only know
Fair
him
enough.
from Spider-Man.
Okay.
He fought Spider-Man once. So I'm like, oh, okay, he's got a cool costume. But they turned him into a chick here.
Yes.
And I knew something was off
Where it all started.
when they first show him on screen.
Anyone again.
And I'm looking at him like, did they get Ray Park to be the stuntman? Because he's going to do ninja stuff? Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't think so. This guy looks really small.
Won't win.
I'm like, if you look past the armor on the costume, I'm like, why did they hire some fucking, do you even lift, bro?
And then you go, oh, wait a minute.
And then later on, she takes off the mask. It's Antonella or whatever. Stupid.
They didn't have to go that far. I knew who it was. I don't know, 20 minutes in or so. Like they kept repeating the same crisis. Spoiler alert. They kept repeating the same crisis of Dreykov's daughter.
Yeah.
And Dreykov's daughter. And Dreykov's daughter. I'm like, okay, so Taskmaster is Dreykov's daughter. Is that what you're telling me? No.
See,
And then surprise, it is.
I was fished
okay,
in.
yeah, we knew.
I shouldn't say fished in. I got hooked because I know Taskmaster already. If
So
I had
you
gone
were
in dry,
expecting-
I would have pieced it together. I didn't think Taskmaster is an established. It's Tony Masters.
Here's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
We've
No,
seen
it's
him
not.
before.
I'm not slouching.
It's Dreykov.
So I'm like, they're not going to just completely retcon
Enough.
an entire character.
Yes, they did.
Oh, I guess they will. Fuck.
Yeah, they most certainly did. So if you were a fan of that character,
I tell people my sister moved out west. You're excited.
I mean, other than that, the story was okay. It was fine.
That's
it
the
wasn't
point. That's the
great,
problem.
but
It was
it
fine.
was fine.
You're thinking about moving.
The stunts were fine.
Were they any good? Because here's the thing: if I'm gonna watch this movie, if I'm gonna watch this genre of movie, I'm not gonna watch a knockoff James Bond. I'm gonna watch James Bond,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna watch one of the Mission Impossible series, because both of those are a lot better than this.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
better in every
I-
fucking measurable way.
Taskmaster.
I was honestly hoping for a Mission Impossible James Bond type movie, like
No choices.
go at least along par with one of these because you've got billions and billions of dollars and some of the greatest minds and money in Hollywood. Do something like this. Nah. Do some. Just do what we always do. Take your Iron Man script and just scribble, Black Widow.
They don't have some of the
You're
greatest
good.
minds. Like I looked at who the production team was.
Oh, really? Oh,
You won't win.
this movie should have come out
Boys found it best
5-6 years before this.
not to look into the past.
Because this movie should have come out right after Civil War.
Well, I don't know that it should have come out. That's when it takes place.
That's when it takes place. That's also when it should have freaking come out. Well, it's not when they filmed it. They probably filmed it much after. But like seriously, if this movie had come out then, more people would have watched it for one, and it would have just fit better. But in this one, we're like going back in time and going, okay, so this is what happened, by the way, 7 years ago. You remember 7 years ago when all this stuff happened?
And I'm supposed to still give a shit.
No, I don't care.
So the director was Kate Shortland,
Okay.
some Australian artsy-fartsy director. This was her 4th film. The first 3 were these bullshit art house that nobody saw.
Here's what's gonna happen.
And the 4th one is Black Widow.
And her 4th film, Black fucking Widow, yeah.
And they got her because
They needed a woman. Because Kevin Feige said, we gotta have a woman director. Why? Well, because we heard about it in the news. People are complaining.
Fucking girl power and stuff.
Okay,
And then for all their
who's
efforts,
available? Oh, this one.
West.
for all their efforts and all that, Scarlett Johansson still sued him.
Your husband.
And then Eric Pearson was the screenwriter.
Who's that? What he
He's
You're thinking
he's worked on a lot of Marvel films as a rewrite writer, like on the staff of the rewrites.
So he's the guy that fixes it after everybody else fucks it up.
I guess, but there's like 100 of him. The only thing he actually really wrote was Godzilla versus King Kong. Now it's all starting to become clear.
Yes.
his call signs Taskmaster.
So that's what I think. If I'm going to watch
Alright, so
this
that's Black
genre,
Widow.
there are better
Fully conscious
ones.
with no choices.
There you go.
And it takes more than just the occasional Avengers reference to make this a fucking Avengers movie.
Watch Ghost Protocol, the Mission Impossible movie.
Fucking awesome.
That's a great movie. I love that one. It's a lot better than this crap. That's all I'm saying.
And Scarlett Johansson, she cannot move for shit.
Really?
When you see her doing any stunts, they cut away from her very quickly because her body movements are so fucking awkward. She's this nerdy drama kid. She
Really?
cannot do stunts. They don't show her running. They don't show her doing any karate stuff because she's a fucking spaz.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It must make it very difficult to edit. Because, you're not going to bring a stuntman in for an up-close fight scene. You train your fucking actor to... But she
Right.
sucks.
I mean, Keanu Reeves didn't know Kung Fu or anything for The Matrix, but he fucking figured it out. And now he's doing John Wick and doing like actual like Navy SEALs training and like crazy shit because he just finds it fun.
Whatever.
So, yeah. I don't
was
know. I
fine.
just figured with all the action films, she'd be getting better at it by now.
No, she should stop.
Really?
Like, she did a wedding story with Kylo Ren. It's this intelligent, dialogue-driven character study. Stick with that shit. You've made enough money doing bad Marvel movies.
Just retire, be done.
Done.
You don't have to do anymore.
Downey
You're
knew
good.
what was up. He's like, I've made $100 million off this shit.
Your husband.
I don't want
That's
to torpedo
enough.
my career. Like that fucking Captain America guy.
You're thinking about doing
Like Chris Evans Chris Evans did what? Cellular? That was I enjoyed it. And then Push, and then some other crap movie.
I don't know any
And then really, these are great movies.
talking about.
They're so much better than. Anyway, and then I'm thinking more like Chris Hemsworth, who said, "I will continue to do Thor forever. Just let me do Thor as long as you will let me do Thor. You want to do something else? You don't want to be this amazing actor?" And he goes, "No, look at me. No, I'll just be Thor. Just keep writing those $100 million checks, and I'll be Thor."
He understands his strengths and weaknesses.
Yes. And I'm all for that. I agree with him.
Same thing with Keanu.
Yeah.
You ever see him try to do a serious role? It's fucking laughable.
Yes. So he found this thing that he's good at.
Milk
and
it
he's
as long as you
I'm
can
just gonna
because
keep
you
doing
suck.
this. You want to make John Wick 5? Sure.
You are no Philip Seymour Hoffman. Just do this stupid gung fu movie. I don't know what more can be wringed out of the Marvel comics. How much more is left in there?
Apparently a lot because
This
they're just going to keep
Eternals is
going.
going to be next. It's going to be the same shit. I can already tell you what the plot is.
They're going to chase a glowy thingy. There's a glowy thingy. It's going to show up. They're going to chase after it. Then the bad guys are going to get the glowy thingy.
They're going to show you a little origin story,
And the good guys have to get the glowy thingy away from the bad guys.
and then there's a 40-minute CGI fight at the end.
Big CGI karate fight. You don't believe me? Did you watch Shang-Chi? There's a glowy thingy.
I didn't watch it, and I'm okay with it.
That's another actor, by the way, who if they're like, you can play Shang-Chi forever, and he'd be like, yeah, that's cool. I'll just do this forever. What's wrong?
The blowjob machine.
I'm not slouching.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Enough, all of you.
It was fine.
It was fine.
But I don't know how much more they can get out of this.
Well, we're going to find out, because the Eternals is up next, and then we're going to have more goddamn Spider-Man, and then more goddamn Doctor Strange, and it's just going to keep going, and then there's going to be another Avengers film.
They need a solid flop.
I can't feel my face.
It's still there, don't worry.
All right, cool.
Much like,
Before I was an Avenger,
I thought it was going to be Captain Marvel.
I made mistakes.
It wasn't?
They need a solid flop to make them back up.
Like something that just doesn't work.
Like the Star Wars sequels. There was like 6 more films planned. And Disney was like, oh shit, stop,
Yeah.
hold on.
We're going to make the Obi-Wan movie and the Boba Fett movie. All right, let's start with the Han Solo movie. Oh, stop.
Okay,
Stop.
It was the Han Solo.
Wait. Something went wrong.
Let's take a step back and
Wait,
reevaluate.
stop. There is a smell.
They took a step back to reevaluate, which was
Back to where it all started.
quite right.
So they never
Exactly what they should have done.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they not doing that with Marvel?
I don't know.
You are on the quality of product is on a steep fucking decline,
Yes.
and has been for several films and many TV series. I know you liked Loki, but if you look at it objectively, it's garbage. It made no fucking sense.
You're not wrong.
We don't need to get. There's plenty of reviews out there explaining why Loki was stupid and made no sense.
Right?
They're all correct. Something has to be done, or move on.
At some point, we all have to choose.
Stop making them. I don't know what the next big thing is.
The world wants you to be.
That's not our fucking
it
problem. For a while, it was Harry Potter. That fed Universal for 15. They milked that for 15 years,
Yeah.
I'm done running.
and then it was the Marvel stuff. I don't know what's next, but it's time for this one to stop, or come up with something else.
Yeah,
Because
this
I'm
one's starting to hit
definitely
this
tired
point
of
where
this
I'm
fucking formula.
I'm getting tired. And that's saying something from me, because I like everything, and even I'm starting to get tired of this shit. So,
What's gonna happen?
You know what I'm anxious to see?
what's that?
The Ghostbusters Afterlife.
You know what? Me too. I really am excited for that.
I love that series.
I love that
I love those
series.
films, and I love the television cartoon.
I remember that.
Loved it. My favorite episode was one where Ray builds a machine that translates for Slimer, so they can communicate with him, like deep communication with Slimer, and they plug it in and turn it on. Like, Slimer, can you understand us? Yes, Ray. Thank you for building this machine. I'm so glad we can finally communicate. Slimer, what's it like being dead? I was depressed for many years when I was forced to come back as a human. But finding you is like finding another family all over again. Ow, stop it, Ray. Ray, I can feel it. Stop, Ray, you're hurting me. Stop, Ray, I can feel it. Ray, you're hurting me.
I don't remember this episode.
I remember it.
Make sure you click subscribe. Make sure you like it, wherever the hell the like button is. I keep pointing up here, but it's probably down here somewhere. And then, fuck off. And we'll see you in another episode. Bye-bye now.